When you buy a house, you hire real estate inspectors and professionals, and you expect them to catch what's wrong. But what happens when they don't catch it? A Spring Hill couple discovered a documented sinkhole under their house, which they were not told about. 8 on Your Side investigator Shannon Benkin dug up the paperwork and tracked down the seller.
It took 3 years for the Magby family to find an affordable house for their 5 kids.
We were very excited, and it was perfect, and there's room for everybody.
But just a few weeks after they settled in, they learned they live atop a sinkhole. Citizens Property Insurance seemed to forget that it already paid a major sinkhole claim to the previous homeowner. When Citizens finally realized their mistake, they canceled the Magby's policy.
Do you feel that everyone in this process let you down?
Yes, extremely. We did our homework. They were supposed to do theirs. We went through a title company. We had multiple inspections.
There aren't any visible signs of a sinkhole. There are only a few small cracks like this one, but those were easily explained away by inspectors as settlement cracks.
But somebody knew. We tracked down the seller.
Hi, I'm looking for
Glenn Jason at his air conditioning business.
That they have recently lost their insurance because there's a sinkhole there.
No, not to my knowledge, no.
You didn't know there was a sinkhole there?
No.
Glenn even checked no on real estate disclosure forms. No to a sinkhole. No to a claim.
No sinkhole claims made, and it's signed and initialed by him.
But this property claims report tells a different story. Glenn cashed a fat insurance check for $153,745 in January 2009. But instead of using the money to fix the sinkhole, Glenn moved down the street to this waterfront house and spent tens of thousands of dollars on major renovations there. He didn't want to tell me about any of that.
And who is this?
That's the attorney.
Why do you need an attorney?
Well, if you got any questions, he handles all my legal stuff. Any questions or anything?
Did you collect $153,000 for a sinkhole?
You can call my attorney.
Did you collect any money for a sinkhole? You didn't know anything at all about a sinkhole. So the check that we saw for $153,000, that's not yours? I wanted to know just how Citizens could just cancel this family's insurance when it was the one that made the mistake. A spokesman tells me the family will have their insurance now after all, but they won't have a separate policy to cover stabilizing the home. And Keith, that's what this former homeowner was supposed to do in the first place when he got the check.
Yeah, based upon what you're showing me, it certainly looks like he knew what was going on, especially if the check was cash. And you have to play by the rules, but is there anything legal here? I mean, did he do something wrong that could be considered a crime?
Well, it's going to be interesting to find out what attorneys have to do about all of this, but everyone that I've talked to says so far that if you lie on a document that's used in a transaction like this, it could be a crime. At the very least, it's going to be a civil matter.
Well, I'd say he made a good choice getting himself an attorney, because it'd probably play out in court. All right, thank you, Shannon.